Hello guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Today I will be giving my reaction to the first test of the Ashes, which Australia won by 2 wickets in an absolute classic. So it was an absolute classic match at Edgbaston in Birmingham. England made a fairly strong start. Joe Root hitting a century. He was 118 not out before Ben Stokes surprisingly declared on 391 for 8. This was seen as a very attacking minded decision, which did pay off as they got Australia out, and England had a fairly decent advantage before their second innings. They didn't really capitalise in that match. They were really under pressure in the second innings. They lost a few quick wickets, and it gave Australia a really helpful target to reach. I don't think England made the right call with the way the result went. It might have been a tactical decision or a strategic decision from Ben Stokes. It may have worked in the first innings, but if you look at the match now, it was really close, and England must have had a chance of winning, really. They must have felt like they were going to really win when they got Australia down to 8 wickets. But then that partnership, Pat Cummins was unbelievable with batting. Usman Khawaja was fantastic on the bat as well. Stuart Broad was brilliant when he got some key wickets out. I think Australia are definitely going to have a massive advantage for the second test. I can't really say who's going to win. I'd probably have to say Australia at the minute, but if England change up after that test, then you would expect England to come back firing. I don't think it'll be a whitewash at all. I'd have to say Australia will win at the minute, but you never know. The crowd could get behind England. England's home advantage could help them. So we'll have to wait and see on that part. What do England really need to improve? Well, their batting was good first innings, don't get me wrong. Joe Root was really good with that century. I mean, on the ball, they weren't bad. They could have easily won that match, to be honest, because Johnny Bairstow missed that very, very important catch. So I do think England could be better because Australia were totally dominant from the eighth wicket onwards in the second innings. So, yeah, it was really, really cruel for England, really, because they could have won the match. They just didn't capitalise on the ball for the second innings. So if they stop that and they change up a bit, because I was a bit surprised that they declared so early on. You wouldn't really see that usually. Ben Stokes must have had a good reason behind it to attack the Australians, which looks like it did work in the first innings, but the second innings Australia were in a bit of control, knocked England out just over 200. So it's hard to say how England will change up. We'll have to wait and see. Second test is at Lord's soon, so England could win still. I personally think at the minute Australia will win the entire Ashes. England need to change up though, really, because they can't really make the same mistakes as they did in the test that finished a couple of days ago. So it was unfortunate for England. Australia just did really well. They didn't take any pressure away off England at all. England were just not good enough, let's put it that way. Australia fought the pressure really well. So yeah, I hope England can learn a lesson from this now. Like, Ben Stokes needs to make sure he doesn't declare that early on again. Well, it wasn't really early, it was just a bit unusual to do. Even Phil Tufnell, when he was on commentary, he was even took back by it as well. So it was clearly a surprise to everyone, and it did seem to have worked early on, but it's about what happens in the whole match, not just what will happen in the next innings. So it's just something to for England to try and work on, really. But apart from that, I can't see why England couldn't win the next test, because I think they are capable of doing it. Lord's has usually been a strong venue for England. They won in 2013, they won in 2015. So England should have a bit of an advantage. Lords is probably the most famous cricket ground in the world, and if they get the atmosphere behind them, then they will definitely win. So that is my reaction to the Ashes first test. Thank you all very much for watching. My next video will be tomorrow, and that will be my thoughts on the whole Saudi Arabia football situation, which, like I said yesterday, will be very interesting to talk about. A lot of moves happening, maybe a few more as well this week, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, that's my reaction to the Ashes first test. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow.